The Drive with Tim Donnelly here on 99.9 The Fan. We are joined by Duke football redshirt senior linebacker Tre Freeman, one of the returning leaders for Duke this year. Tre, first of all, thank you for taking the time. I wish this question wasn't one we asked you so often during your career, but going into year two, right? Manny Diaz, you've dealt with so many different coaches. What is the difference between Coach Diaz running the show when he's trying to establish everything last year and now going into year number two?
Yeah, I know last year he just was like trying to show us how to do everything, like what to do, and then like play like trying to instill his philosophy. But now it's just like how we do it, like the standard that we do it to, like, you know what I'm saying, the capability that we can take this to is like another level. So that's what we're really trying to get at this spring.
You said the term another level. What's another level for this Duke team? How do you measure, if you make it to another level?
It's really like we're really not result based, we really just our process, and our process is gonna take us to a better result. But like the ultimate goal is to definitely get up into 12 wins because it's we've been sitting at 9, 8 wins for the past couple of years, and we really want to. The next level for us is really taking it up to 10, 11, 12 wins.
We're talking with Tre Freeman, Duke football redshirt senior linebacker. Um, you know, I played college football, but I played a different college football than you're playing, because we'll start with the portal. What is it like being on a team with the portal? I was just on your Twitter account, and it seems like every other post was you wishing luck to one of your teammates at their next spot. Right? Do you talk about it? Is it? Do you try to talk guys out of leaving if they're considering it? What is it like in the locker room knowing that players have that option?
I mean, it's a weird feeling, but it's like everybody wants the best for their teammates and their brothers. So like, it's really like if somebody feel like they can't get but the best out of a place which is here, then everybody gonna support them in what they decide to do. If they decide to get in the portal or go elsewhere. So I think it's real supportive when people get in, and we want to see everybody do their best.
Yeah, I look at you as a player that's been through a lot, right? Like we said, three coaches. You've worked your way into a big role. Do guys come to you for advice? Like, is it that sort of thing where you're all kind of aware of everyone's feelings, or do you handle those conversations solo with yourself and your family?
I mean, guys do come to me and ask me certain questions, but I also tell them like it's up to you, your family, how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I can't really determine how
Mm.
you feel or things like that. So I give them a little bit of advice, but it's really ultimately up to them and their family.
Tre Freeman, Duke's senior redshirt senior linebacker, connecting with us here on the Heister Automotive Group hotline. Tre, I always say, right, I played quarterback, that the guys that knew me the best were the defensive players that I went up against every day in practice, right? They knew my ticks, they knew my tells, they knew what throws I could make, what throws I couldn't. So after a spring practice, what's Darian Mensah like? How is he as a player, right? We haven't really gotten a chance to see him, but you know him pretty darn well.
Yeah, Darren, he extremely competitive, super talented. That's really the main thing. His competitiveness like jumps off of him. Like when he walks in the room, when he like just anything, first conversation, we already knew that he was competitive and he was gonna go get it.
Who who's winning the chess matches, right? If you're trying to disguise and he's trying to figure you out, is there the trash talk? Give us what that relationship is like from an off-ball linebacker and a quarterback, which means y'all are making eye contact before every single play during 11 on 11.
Yeah, I say it'd be like 50-50. Like sometimes I get him, sometimes it get me. He'll look me off or something, but sometimes I might confuse him. But it's just he learned the offense and we like getting better at the defense. So it's all a good battle going back and forth.
That's all on the field. I don't know. Again, I keep saying it, it's a different college football. I don't know if you talk about this, but I'm sure you at least somebody shows you that the same headlines that we read about NIL payments and how much this guy is getting and how much that guy is getting. When the reports are out there that they're in the millions for a new player coming into your locker room, what are those relationships like, right? Because not everybody is getting paid big money, but apparently some are. Is there awkwardness? Does one particular person have to pick up the check every time y'all get pizza? Like how does it all work?
No, I wouldn't say it's awkwardness. Like we really don't talk about money with each other because, like, I don't know. It's like we try to be professional about it. Like we don't want to mention each other's money, but I mean, if we
But
go
you
out to eat,
recognize who's driving the nicer car and stuff. Like we all, That happened even when NIL payments weren't a thing, right? Like
Yeah,
if somebody got the fresh Jordans, we're all going to notice.
yeah, you recognize stuff like that, but I don't think it's weird. I think people, they sit back and they grind so they can eventually get to that point.
How much of a distraction is it? Like for somebody like you, if an NIL opportunity happens, or how much of your day is being taken up by that, which is a big part of life, right? Like money is no joke. It's something that you should be taken care of.
I say it's not too much part of my day. Like I choose the deals that I want to do. So if a deal comes across me that I don't want to do, I just say I don't want to do it, and then just go my day. But if I want to do it, then I just take the time to do it. It normally take it like no more than 30 minutes, so it's not too much time.
I'm just gonna pry here, and if I ever ask a question that's too deep, you just say, "Hey, I don't want to tell you that." But what do you like? How do you decide who brings you the deal, and then when you're weighing that, should I do it or should I not? What things are you taking into account?
Really just like I look at my page and my brand and just see like what what will fit on my page. Like if I feel like it doesn't fit or it's not like something that I like or would use or feel comfortable promoting to people to use, then I just won't do it.
All right, let's get back to the football. We're talking with Tre Freeman, Duke redshirt senior linebacker. I talked about the different coaches. Right, you committed and played your first year for David Cutcliffe, which that feels, I don't know if for you, that feels like a century ago, like in covering the team. But the one thing that stayed consistent is the momentum, right? From your freshman year through the Mike Elko years, now Manny Diaz. It seems like the players have been able to keep a wave going even as leadership changes. Uh, how much of it is player owned, right? Because that's what coaches always want a team in a season to be, right? Led by the players. When you just keep making improvements as a program with a different coach at the helm every couple of years, what does that say about the culture and players in your locker room?
I mean, I think it says our culture is great. It kind of got developed with Dwayne Carter, Jacob Monk, and Graham Barton. Like they set the foundation, and it's up for the players. Is even though we have different leadership, just to keep up the standard, and that standard is excellence. And then it also, I would say, our weight room coach Feely, like he also going to instill that standard that we have to perform to, and it just brings us all closer together. So I think it's the players that really keep this thing going.
Just the coincidence you name three guys that were all draft picks and all making it to the NFL. Uh, do you have to be a future pro in order to be the culture setter, or are there guys in the program that maybe don't end up cashing checks on Sundays, but still kind of pass that along?
Oh, yeah, nah, there's guys that don't make it there that always sets that keeps the standard up. Even guys that maybe like they might not play as much, but they've been here. People respect them, and their word matters.
All right, along those lines, every year in spring, right? Spring practice happens, and there's a few guys or a guy that kind of announce themselves, right? Hey, I got a lot better, or I'm ready for a bigger role. Who kind of popped a little bit this spring that we should get to know if we don't know already for next year?
Yeah, I say Chase Tyler, wide receiver, and then I say Kamari Robinson, corner.
Give us a reason. I mean, I can tell
Oh,
everybody else, but like if you're watching on YouTube, you know what I just saw, which was like a knowing smirk where he kind of was like, "Get ready." But what did those two guys show you? So the people listening can also get the same vibe we just got.
yeah, Chase. He just has athleticism and a catch radius that's like it's hard to find nowadays. Um, he makes catches, he makes plays against the toughest competition that we can't give him in practice. And then I say K Rob is he just battles like he's been in the game a little bit. I think he's gonna be in the game a lot more, and he battles and he competes. And I just love his fight and his fire that he brings to the game.
What about my guy Luke Murgott? He went to my high school. His mom was my math teacher. He's in your linebacker room. So
Yeah,
first of all, if he's misstepping anywhere, let me know. I'll get mom's on it, and she was a college athlete in her own right. She'll get him set straight. But is as one of your kind of, I assume, right, guys following in your footsteps in that
oh
off ball
yeah,
backer position. Is he ready for a spotlight?
oh yeah. Luke's ready. Like Luke's gonna get a lot of run this year. Luke is somebody I've taken under my wing since he got here. Like Luke's my guy, and I expect Luke to have a great season too as well.
All right, good. That's what I want to hear. I won't have to report back to my old math teacher. Uh, last question here before we let you go. A little fun one. I was on your Duke bio, and it says you lettered in basketball when, in addition to a couple other sports, when you were at Northern out there in kind of in the area, Northern High School. A lot was made about the highlights of Riley Leonard, one of your old teammates. I mean, you obviously aren't watching the games on TV, but every single game they showed the windmill dunk 700 times. He's gone. You lettered. Who are the best hoopers on the team? Like if you're playing 2-on-2, who's the one you want to make sure is your teammate?
Probably Chase Tyler for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Chase Tyler's getting a lot of love.
Yeah, Chase Tyler cold at basketball. He's cold.
All right, and would you put yourself anywhere near the top of that?
I'm not. I'm probably like around like 7.
Okay.
You know, it's probably about 6, 7 guys ahead of me, but I'm not too far down.
So if you're playing fives, you're getting the call. You're a starter.
Yeah.
All right. Trey, we appreciate you for taking the time. Good luck this off season and good luck this fall.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks. Good to go.
Good to go.